Hey guys, so we've already done adding and subtracting fractions, but now we're going to look at them if they don't have the same denominator. So make sure you title this Add and Subtract Fractions with Unlike Denominators. Okay, that should be the title, and make sure you also write the date at the top of your notes. Okay, so to add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators, the first step is to rename the fractions using the least common denominator. Then add or subtract the numerator, and then simplify. These were the two steps that we did when we were just looking at fractions. So really the only new step, you can write this one down, the only new step is to find the least common denominator. Write that one down, because the other two you should know. Go ahead and pause the video if you need more time to write down. Let's look at an example. For example, find 1/2 plus 1/4. Okay, well 1/2 does not have the same denominator as 1/4. So 1/2 could be 2/4. How did I get that? I multiplied both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So now I have 2/4 plus 1/4 equaling 3/4. All right, and I'm finished. There's my answer. So make sure now pause the video and write down that example. Remember, you should always be watching me and then writing. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try these yourself. Make sure you find common denominators first and then go from there. All right, so here's all the common denominators. All right, if we look here, we've got all the common denominators. So really the only thing that we have to do now is add them. 5/6 would be this one, because 1/6 plus 4/6 is 5/6, because what I did here is I multiplied by 2 over 2. Here I multiplied both by 5, and I got 5/10. So this is technically different signs, so I have 4/10, which can be simplified to 2/5. Okay, and they're positive because I had more positives than negatives. Over here they are the same signs, so 5/8, and I'm done, because it can't be simplified. Down here they have the same signs, they're both negative, so 7/12. All right, what if we have more than one? Okay, we know that we have to still find common denominators. So 9 and 4, 9, we can make this 18, 27, if we keep going we're at 36, and then one more would be 45. If we looked at the 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, oh, gotta keep going, 32, then we get to 36. Oh, there we go. There's our common denominator. So for the 4ths, we've got to make it a 36, and for the 9s, we've got to make it a 36. So if we take 3/4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3/4 times 9, each of them, 3 times 9 would be 27, so that would be a negative 27. If we take 4 times 9, we get 36, so 5 times 4 would be 20. And down here, again, we got to multiply it by 9, so 7 times 9 would give us 63. Okay, so these are both positive, and this one's a negative. So I'm going to leave this one negative and bring it down, and I'm going to add these two together to get 83/36. So now what I can do is I can subtract. If we look at this, 83 is positive and the 27 is negative. So different signs, find their difference of 56, and it's going to be positive because I have more positives than negatives. So now I can take 56 divided by 36, and I know that I'm going to get 1, and then if I look at that, I'm going to have a total of 20 left over, 20/36. Now that's not simplified. Leave your 1, and what do 20 and the 36 share in common? Okay, we're trying to make this the most simplified form, so they have a 4 in common. If I divide by 4 on both sides, I am left with 5/9. Okay, so go ahead and try these two. Pause the video. I'll be back in just a second to show you the answers. Okay, so take a second and look at the answers. And so we've got 14 35ths plus 20 35ths plus 21 35ths. So we've got 55 35ths, which can be simplified to 1 and 20 35ths, or 1 and 4 sevenths. Over here we've got 12 40ths, and they're negative, 25 40ths, and 92 40ths. So we've got negative 12 plus a positive 117 to get us 105 over 40, which would be like 2 and 25 40ths, which we can simplify to 2 and 5/8. All right, so what if we want to subtract? We still need to follow the same steps. They don't have the same denominator, so we got to make it that way. We know that 3 and 2 share a 6 in common. If we wanted to make a common denominator, we'd multiply this by 2 and this by 2, so we would get a negative 4/6 minus, and we'd have to multiply the 1 by 3 and the 2 by 3, and we'd get 3/6. So negative 7/6 would be our answer. Oh wait, that's improper. We can't have an improper fraction. So instead we have 1 and 1/6. How did I get that? I took 7 divided by 6, and it goes in one time, and bring down my 0. 6 goes into 10 one time. That would be 4. And 6 goes into 40. How many times? 6 times, which would be 36. And it's going to repeat that 6 over and over again. All right, so you try these, and I will be back in just a second with the answers, okay? Ready, set, go. Okay, so here we go. 5/8. We know that that can stay, but the 1/4 needs to be turned into eighths. Let's multiply both by 2, and we get 2/8. So when we subtract, we're left with 3/8, and we're done. Over here, 3/4 and 1/3, we can make them into 12ths. Both of them need to change to 12ths because 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. I'm subtracting the 1/3, so times 4 on both of them. So we get 4/12. 9 minus 4 is 5, so we have 5/12. All right, over here we've got 2/5 and 1/2. Let's make them into tenths. We've got 5/10 because I multiply by 5 in the numerator and the denominator. Bring down my negative sign. This is a negative 2/5, so that would be like 4/10. Okay, what do we see here? This is a not. Remember, it makes a smiley face, so we're actually adding. So we've got 5/10 plus 4/10, and we get 9/10, and we're done. All right, so that's all I've got for you, so make sure you have all your examples written down in your notebook, and I will see you next time.